invention of the motor car, mankind entered an exciting age. Thanks to ingenious constructors, each succeeding epoch has had cars which are finer, faster, and more fascinating than their predecessors. The contemporary car world is characterized by Koenig specials. Exceptional cars are made into especially beautiful ones, and exceptionally fast ones too. How this is done and with which cars is what we're going to show you now. In Munich, not only well-known Bavarian automobiles come off the assembly lines. The real king of the car world there is only known to insiders. Koenig specials. This is where men's dreams are transformed into reality. In this building, Koenig Specials displays its superstars, a team of engineers and designers strip models by Ferrari, Porsche, Mercedes, Jaguar, and BMW of their uniforms and create cars to suit individual requirements. The company's own special workshop serves an elite circle of customers. In an age in which all cars look increasingly alike, because the creativity of stylists is killed by the dictates of drag coefficient, price, and marketing policy, car owners increasingly favor exclusive models. The motto is bespoke tailoring rather than something off the peg. This BMW 635 Coupe from Koenig Specials has all the features which money cannot buy in production line models. The aggressive wedge shape indicates vitality. Generous widening creates space for sporty wide-tread 285 and 345 dimension tires on Koenig BBS rims of up to 13 inches. And the engine power with turbocharger can be stepped up to order to a respectable 420 horsepower. Top speed then lies around 290 kilometers per hour. Acceleration from standstill to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.2 seconds. Not only the 635 Coupe is ennobled by Koenig Specials, the popular 3 Series can be modified in several new ways. Starting with the low-slung sporting chassis, super wide tires and 3-piece Koenig BBS special rims via smart spoilers and every imaginable engine tuning variety and interior trimmings. The BMW 3 Series from Koenig Specials is a theme with variations in which the customer is always right. This too is a BMW 3 Series, a purchasable road racer registered for normal traffic use. The BMW 325 from Koenig Specials in the extra wide version. It uses 285 and 345 dimension tires on 10 and 13-inch Koenig BBS rims. engine alternatives from 220 to 250 horsepower are possible. Top engine is the 6-cylinder M1 4-valve, which employs complicated Koenig turbo technology to produce 420 horsepower. For cars with the 3-pronged star, Koenig Specials offers a tuning and customizing program which adds individual distinction to the legendary German quality. The Mercedes 300E, in the Koenig Specials version, a wolf in sheep's clothing. This popular model is hardly altered outwardly, but is subjected to major technical modifications. The 188 horsepower 6-cylinder engine is stepped up by the Koenig turbo treatment to a powerful 300 horsepower. The sporting sedan is transformed to sports car performance from standstill to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.8 seconds. Top speed 265 kilometers per hour. This car, parked in front of the Munich Opera, is a Mercedes 8-cylinder twin-turbo from Koenig Specials with discrete bodywork alterations. A paradigm of power and pleasure, with driving characteristics hitherto only experienced in expensive sports cars. The Koenig sporting chassis, with hardly any diminution of comfort, was constructed to match a performance some 70% higher than the regular model. The rated output of 460 horsepower is reached at 4,800 RPM. The maximum torque, an almost incredible 600 Newton meters. The Koenig twin-turbo saloon reaches a peak of 290 kilometers per hour. The acceleration from standstill to 100 kilometers per hour needs less than 7 seconds. 2 IHI turbochargers, such as Honda uses for its Formula One engine, are trimmed to a load pressure of only 0.5 bar. Special low-compression pistons, modified combustion chambers, intake air cooling and suitable engine electronics turn the V8 cylinder engine into a power unit whose thrust does not diminish even at high speeds. Rushing wind keeps you alert. Koenig knows what fresh air fiends like, and this is what led to the development of the SL Super Roadster. Flatter, wider, quicker, manlier is the motto, even when it's women who particularly appreciate this airy two-seater type of outing. The interior fittings are fully in keeping with the elegant surroundings. Anyone who yearns for turbo power can find it here. Koenig Specials can fit even the 500 SL with super powerful twin-turbo engines to order. Superior power, unique driving enjoyment, these are the things you relish in the Koenig Specials version of a Mercedes SEC twin-turbo coupe. This uniquely beautiful bodywork simply cannot be beaten. The strongest 8-cylinder of the noble mark, with its 5.6-litre cubic capacity, is boosted by twin-turbo technology to 460 horsepower. In its styling, the Koenig SEC Coupe is unmistakable. The lower slung and tighter sports chassis, as well as the extra wide tires of 285 and 345 dimensions on 10 and 13-inch Koenig BBS rims, are given aerodynamic backing from the front spoiler and the tail fin, which ensure at high speeds that there's no swerving and that the necessary ground adherence is maintained. The 460 horsepower power station with double turbocharger is served by combustion chambers and intake air cooling. The first SEC Coupe from Koenig Specials was delivered, incidentally, to Rocky, alias Rambo, alias Sylvester Stallone, the world-famous film star in Los Angeles. But that's another story. Only Koenig Specials can supply the SEC as a full cabrio with hard top. Features of the extra-wide SEC Coupe from Koenig remain evident. The dashing side panels, the shapely modelled side wing extensions. The open-air festival has room for 4 persons. Please take your seat on the finest leather. Never before has a box seat been so perfectly furnished. The lined cabrio cover can be closed hydraulically at the touch of a button. The appropriate hard top turns the cabrio into a coupe. It has a heated rear window and even an electrically operated sliding roof. Koenig Specials in Munich does conversions not only to Mercedes and BMWs. The leading British mark, Jaguar, is also given a completely new touch. The regular XJ saloon, normally rather conservative in its appearance, is transformed in its Koenig version into a sporting, extravagant ball of fire. The limousine is trimmed aerodynamically. A newly balanced, lower-slung chassis leads to a happy synthesis of sportiness and comfort. Using 225 and 245 tires, the elastic 12-cylinder engine with Koenig sports exhaust really comes into its own. want to break out of the world of limousines into the sporting car world of the British Isles, Koenig Specials has created its version of the Jaguar XJS. A lot of modifications have been made to this car: bodywork, chassis, brakes and exhaust system. You just have to see for yourself how 320 horsepower is derived from 5.3 litres at 6,000 RPM. Wildcat continues to purr softly and smoothly. Among the superstars from Koenig Specials, it would be unthinkable not to include that car which is the epitome of German sports cars, the 911 Porsche. The hotly disputed Porsche tuning market has to be constantly reconquered. This is what inspired Koenig Specials to set the pace with superior performance and electrifying optical effects. Using a charge of only 0.85 bar, the twin-turbo engine delivers 480 horsepower. The export version supplies 550 horsepower. The famous boost adjuster in the cockpit controls the additional output. The speedometer doesn't exaggerate. The 911 reaches 308 kilometers per hour. Carphone and red leather, every wish is fulfilled. In 4 seconds you reach 100. In 14 seconds you are breaking through the 200 kilometer per hour barrier. Ferrari. With these cars, Koenig Specials made its name. Nowadays, the red racers are on the first grid of the Koenig program, from the 328 to the 512 VB, and even the Testarossa. Speedsters are speeded up still further, because there are always some who want to go one better. This is a 512 BB, which has been given a weight reduction down to 1,250 kilos by means of Kevlar material. This produces a top speed of 330 kilometers per hour. The standing kilometer takes 23 seconds. Its turbo engine produces 650 horsepower. Vinnie Koenig, former racing driver and publisher, took the initiative 10 years ago for himself so as to speed up his own Ferrari. The Berlinetta Boxer was an instrument that was worthwhile improving. The car with which Willy Koenig enjoyed racing privately became a test vehicle for subsequent prototypes of Koenig specials. Here, with the 512BB, the Koenig designers were able for the first time to prove their worth. The task was difficult: how to make a lively car even more attractive. The tuning specialist, Franz Albert of Tyrol, was able to achieve even higher horsepower outputs from the 12 cylinders. In this way, 450 suction engine horsepower emerged from camshafts, pistons, combustion chambers, connecting rods and valves, before Willy Koenig and Franz Albert ever breathed the newest turbo technology into the Italian power pack. Another Ferrari came into fashion, the 328, a V8 Spider, which earned a lot of respect in the sporting cars sector. Koenig Specials produced a technically perfect, elegant sporting version of the 328. It incorporated all the experience gained so far in a car whose V8 cylinders with 32 valves were rebuilt into a twin-turbo drive with Formula One technology, 450 horsepower at 6,500 RPM. A new driving balance, wide 225 and 285 tires, special Koenig BBS 8 and 11-inch rims, large spoilers, new air intake channels and racing brakes characterize this extremely wide two-seater, which can do 305 kilometers per hour in the Koenig version. 200 kilometers per hour can be reached in 14.5 seconds from start. Notwithstanding the aggressive-looking exterior, you can still cruise along gently with this car. You know, though, that behind you is a mighty force just waiting to be unleashed. Standing in the pole position with Koenig Specials is the Testarossa. With it, Willy Koenig has created the fastest sports car in the world. Design, sporting dynamic, exceedingly elegant. The bodywork modification was tested in a wind channel. Result, greatly improved drag coefficient compared with the standard production model. The Testarossa has priority everywhere. It has the potential power of a Formula One racing car, but has been passed for normal road use by the West German Technical Testing Unit. Perfect sporting chassis, harder springs and shock absorbers, stabilizers and wide 345/35 tires on Koenig BBS 13-inch rims ensure the best road holding under all circumstances. We think this is the world's most attractive car. Breathtakingly swift and dynamic, the Testarossa in Koenig design. The 5-liter 12-cylinder Testarossa is powered by 2 turbochargers, which push the rating up from 390 to 710 horsepower. Extravagant engine and gearbox modifications in pure Formula One technology ensure superb performance alongside everyday usability. Even though this car spurts to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.4 seconds and reaches 200 kilometers per hour after accelerating for 12 seconds, it still has no problems in city traffic. But this Koenig Special's Testarossa loves the open road. There, it has no equal. 339 kilometers per hour top speed, a crowning achievement in the Koenig realm.